Heyo everyone, welcome to XCI Reacts. Let's get to 500 subs together. Drop a like to feed that algorithm, comment your thoughts, and subscribe if you haven't already. Your support keeps this channel going. Let's make it happen. And we're back for another episode of Naruto. We are still in the phase of the story where Naruto is learning how to control a new ability with his chakra. He's learned the first and second part of this ability, and I am assuming that this episode is going to be about him learning the third part of this ability, which is going to give us a good kind of baseline, a good foundation for where this goes next, which is, of course, to get this Tsunade story melded into the mix. And I'm wondering if Naruto unlocking this third part of this ability is going to give the storytellers a chance to give us that backstory around Jiraiya and possibly something around the training that he did with the fourth Hokage. I'm only saying this, of course, because there was the way that the last episode ended, where there was a bit of a fatherly figure, a seed kind of planted. Like, we do have a bit of an arc for Jiraiya as well, right? He also has a character arc, and what we're getting now is we're getting the kind of the broken, the device filled figure of Jiraiya, right? That the fact that he is very disconnected, like, or he forces himself to be disconnected from attachments, and maybe that's coming from somewhere. I'm wondering if the story is going to deal with that. Generally, the Naruto series does always give us something back, and I'm wondering if that's going to be a subtextual through line that goes through this next set of episodes as well. I think it'd be kind of cool if they did, and that somehow the unlocking of that third part of the ability is connected to the fourth Hokage, is connected to something with Jiraiya and what made Jiraiya who he is today and why he's maybe disconnected. But also, he's now got a potential arc to the character, right? Which is Jiraiya realizing he is growing a bond to Naruto. Maybe him detecting that he was growing that bond is what made him push further away from allowing himself to make that bond, right? So maybe there's something else going on there. Now, I really hope that the series explores that a little bit. I think it'd be pretty cool. So without further ado, I think we're just going to jump into it. Do I think that Tsunade, as a speculation, is going to come into this episode? Maybe at the tail end. I feel like we're going to start to potentially bridge into whatever plot she's got going on, and that subplot with the whole the gambling and stuff like that is likely gonna play a part in this as well, and those two streams are gonna have to come together. So I'm wondering if, like, this episode is going to give us the groundwork for how the two characters Jiraiya and Tsunade are going to now come together. The discovery of Tsunade in whatever form that's going to be, it's going to have to be a challenge or a complication, and then we're going to work through that over the next couple episodes. So without further ado, let's get the episode started and see how much of this lands. Flashback to the mountain. That's a good sign. Okay, look at that. Going back to Sakura and Sasuke. Ooh, there's that symbol that ended the last episode. Oh, I didn't get the title of this episode. That's okay. Let's just roll with it. Oh, so we are going to still return back to Orochimaru's plot, huh? That's really loud. You're screaming really loud. Wow, that's nasty. What happened? His screaming just like...
Just got back.
Oh my god.
That medicine will do nothing for me, you simpleton.
But I made it specifically for you.
Oh my god. I don't know, man.
Just a little.
I wouldn't trust this dude anymore.
Have you found the one I seek?
Yes. The
Okay.
trail to a place called Tanzaku Town.
We do have a convergence
Lest you forget,
of
your opponent's one of the legendary Sannin. This
yeah.
isn't going to be easy.
Well, he would know. He would know them. Who that is. The convergence of different characters coming to a head. Okay. I thought maybe that I talked about that a little bit at the end, right? Like that maybe would bring that back in and loop it back around, but no, it's gonna maybe play a bigger part because of the legendaries. You know, I think we're gonna get a backstory here.
You're the kind of kid who got yelled at in the academy for a lack of concentration, aren't you?
I don't see what that has to do with this.
All right, now, if you will, give it a second look.
Ooh,
Huh?
the spiral. Huh? Hypnosis.
What am I looking at?
Well, I don't think it's gonna
Or
help
what?
a whole lot if I explain too much right away. Most likely the point in the middle. Anytime that a person's eyes gaze
focus.
on a blank sheet of, they don't focus where to look. The eyes just
Hey.
wander the.
Right.
But if you put even a dot on it, the mind is drawn there.
Bam. Pow. A spiral.
Letting you tap into unimaginable.
The chaos agent.
When you finally broke open the hole in the rubber
Being trained how to
ball,
focus.
I'm sure you must have been trying
Hey, man.
desperately to gather up the chakra you needed in the
Focused
palm of
chaos
your
is a
hand.
dangerous thing, man.
Yeah, that's right.
When you concentrate, You draw out power, but without some sort of target, concentration can be difficult.
Kind of goes everywhere.
Hence, that make sure that you concentrate only on that mark.
Interesting.
All right.
I mean, that symbol was a little bit more spirally than it was when the episode ended. It looked more like a comma shape. Focal point. Okay, mark of the leaf. I mean, the leaf on the bandana also has that spiral thing, you know? A lot of symbol repetition going on. But I mean, the whole leaf village has the spiral symbol on it, right? So,
I don't think that's gonna cut
is that related to the Uzumakis? I don't know. I don't think that's ever been said explicitly.
Concentrate.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. So maybe just coincidence, because wind symbol. Get some introspection. Some.
Hi there.
Where's that going? The mask vendor. Weaving back in. Dangerous. That means we're gonna have two big players, or maybe it's gonna be like an Itachi, and then the Orochimaru at the end. Like there's gonna be a lineup of villains. I guess one for it make sense. Well, they're both kind of Sasuke opponents at this point, but he is after Naruto though, despite the whole Sasuke entanglement. So it could be that this guy, I don't know, a big play near the end. I don't know. That was a. Clearly, there's going to be two threats though.
Concentrate.
Nope, still in the same place. Just give it 3 days, bro, or 30, if you don't want 3 years at this. I mean, to be fair, he was told it's 3 years. That's what it took. Did he say 3 years for the entire, for all 3 parts, or if it was just the first part? It wasn't just the first part. That's no way. There's no way. Oh, he's actually on the mission now to find Tsunade finally. Finally doing his job. And someone else's heart explodes or whatever happened to the other dude. A bit dangerous. I wouldn't stand so close to him, man. I probably wouldn't. I mean, the guy could be manipulating this.
All right then.
Like Kabuto could be manipulating the whole situation. Maybe put something in medication. I don't know. He's like a betrayer.
Sorry, kid.
I don't trust him for nothing.
Time to waste.
Bouncing back to be a pervy sage. You just want a father figure, Naruto? Oh, catch. Wow.
There you go, kid. Game over.
Jesus. This guy. Get back to it.
Who needs that pervy sage? I'll just dig in and work this out on my own.
Yeah.
You can attain the level of the 4th Hokage.
I wonder if there's a reason for this, though, man.
On your own.
Why? Why can't he have a father figure, Jiraiya? Be kind.
Nope, never laid eyes on her.
I mean, people would know. I mean, she could keep changing her form. They did make a comment like that, right? Oh, here we go. Bam.
How about a drink, friend?
That's all right, thanks. I made out like a bandit not too long ago.
Oopsie doopsie.
Lady.
She lost again,
Saka,
did she?
not Sakura.
Lovely.
Tanzaku Town. Tsunade.
Oh.
Legendary Sanin.
Wait a minute.
Somewhere within those
Oh,
walls.
okay.
These
Oh.
arms can at last be restored.
She may be good medicine.
Oh, not
More than just a
Naruto.
bitter taste.
The healer. Okay. Weaving. Unbelievable. She really is an addict. Bam, bam. Wait, it. Wow. Okay. What a character. Of course. Walk away.
I got 3 7s.
Does that mean something? Is that?
Holy smokes, lady!
Is she not supposed to be lucky? Oh.
Wish I had that kind of luck.
Oh. Wait, what? Shenanigans? She can tell or what?
I did this big.
That's a walk away moment.
Getting a bad.
Oh, when she gets lucky, it's a bad
I
feeling.
have a little
It's a reversal.
Lady Tsunade
I
myself.
don't get it. We'll find out.
I was a member of the medical corps after all.
Okay.
She was the first to propose what's now a very common practice for each squad to have a medical specialist.
Hey.
Simple.
We're gonna get a
was
Sakura
landmark idea.
purpose.
What
Interesting.
Countless Those who were sacrificed led to the method you speak of. One only
But he-
truly grasps the value of something once it has been taken away.
Are you gonna kill the butterfly?
Yeah.
Oh.
Enacted by one
And butterfly is not food.
spawned in that sacrifice.
Nice symbolism, bro. But like he would know who Tsunade is.
It's
They were
no
literally
good.
on the same squad. Am I? No. I'm not remembering this wrong. This is literally in the flashback. It was in the flashback. Hasn't been that long. It's just a weird way to write that scene because you got Kabuto telling him about,
Concentrate.
or maybe he's telling. I don't understand. He told him that it was a legendary, but how many of those are there? Like, Orochimaru couldn't have put it together. I don't know. I feel like maybe some shenanigans going on. The spiral.
1 point only.
Boom. That sound effect. Come on. Come on. Oh, the gut pain. What? The hell happened? What?
How can I concentrate with that stupid bird's face popping into my head?
Hey.
Oh, what do you know? Some gal out there must be talking about me. Raya, how do you do it?
What the heck? When they're together, she wins? She gets lucky? What? What?
Something's not right here.
What?
Hurry, I can get out of here.
What's going on?
Lady
There's got to be something going on here. It can't just be odds, you know? There was clearly a setup there. Oh, are they going to run into him? That'd be a cool... No, I would not have anticipated a midway point with Orochimaru.
I can't even
Bro,
build up chakra.
you need to... Reserves, man.
I think he's almost at his limit.
That's okay. We want him there, right? Because like that's how he gets the red energy. Focus. Let's go, Naruto. Don't be a wimp.
A little more time to rest, that's all.
Focus on the bandana or what? That wasn't an opening or something like that. Like literally an opener of one of these seasons. Was that shot? Saw it so often that I think I would pause or an outro of the video. I don't know. Oh, nice. Because that's where the symbol was of the bandana. The wind. The wind. Are you gonna have that moment? Are you gonna have a moment?
Hey!
Wow.
Still in class here?
That's going back. All right. Okay. I thought they were gonna do some
Foolish
repeat scenes,
brats.
but kind of. Those are all like the first episode, first two episodes.
Single ounce of concentration
Maybe.
between the four of you.
Hey,
You are all far
look who it is.
right, Akamaru?
Ah. The loser squads.
You little. From now on, you guys
Oh
are
my
staying
gosh.
after school to work on your concentration.
Oh. Whoa. Okay. How'd you do
You're
that?
about to take up a custom passed down through
Oh,
generations
cool.
of the Hidden Leaf Village, sharpening the mind.
Oh, that's a nice
By
little
concentrating all your energy
connection
on the leaf
point
on
there.
your foreheads, you will. It is an ancient wisdom. By focusing on that single leaf, he who hones
Bam.
his concentration is truly a great ninja.
This is a lot to ask for
All our
Naruto.
legs.
Voice different? The voice is different, or is it me?
Ninja, you
Or
gotta
it's just like
be
younger
He does have a point.
strong.
version
Stuff
of him?
like this, Sensei.
Yeah, he sounds a little bit.
Boys, wait a minute.
That voice is off.
No time.
Grateful punks.
This is the same thing. I
Alright.
should have paid more attention to what Iruka Sensei was telling us.
More anxiety-driven Iruka Sensei.
Well,
These guys put him through a
guess
lot.
There's no use crying over spill. All right, here we go.
Wait, what? How did you
I'm
pull
doing
that
this
off?
No matter what.
Just turn. How did you do that?
Concentrate.
Down.
Wow, Tanzaku Castle sure to presents. Oh, they didn't designate it a cultural landmark for nothing, I suppose.
Just gonna have a moment here.
Stop
That damn
lollygagging around.
pig with the
We have to
necklace.
get out of
Why?
this town.
It's so silly. Is she, or is like the magic in a?
Lady Tsunade?
Or not magic. She's sorry. Is the illusion gonna come off
What is
her
this
at some
chill I'm
point?
feeling?
Is Orochimaru nearby? The castle. What's the castle got to do with it? Unless she's feeling this. I mean, if you're putting these two scenes together, god damn it, it must matter. But by the castle, they're not by the castle. Kablamo. Come on. There it is. Okay. Okay. Focus. Focus. And. So, it has to be an epic scene, of course. Cat attack. Pa, 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 pa. So ammo. It just puts a hole, like a massive. What? He was nowhere near that castle. It's gonna be crater where he was. What the hell? What does that have to do with the castle?
This kid is something else. The chakra was so dense it burned his palm. One surprise after another.
Oh, yeah. You done? Where's the ice cream?
It looks like
I can only do one
the second.
once a year.
Come on, let me hear the third one.
That'll have to.
Oh, that was a
wait for
second.
now. Tsunami.
Wait, I knew that. It's like they said he just popped a little hole in it, but it's like he had to explode it. That was the second, not the third. Got it. But this is unrelated, is what you're saying, because it's an origin. So okay, that's an oddly timed event. That was okay. Okay.
Orochimaru.
And now we have the complication, the crisis for the midpoint.
Finally found you.
Okay, there it is. Bam. All right, next episode, we're going to have the introduction of the conflict. So that we have the weaving of events. Now, I thought that the complication was going to be a little bit lighter than an Orochimaru coming back into the narrative arc there. I thought it was going to have something to do with the whole gambling vice thing in that town, etc., etc. I just thought that they were seeding that to become a bigger thing, kind of similar to like Gato was for the waves. What was the name of that? That's something of the waves, like the bridge, you know, that whole thing, and the whole Gato with the like. Anyways, I just thought it was going to be something like that, but in this city. So it looks like that's not going to be the case. It looks like they are actually going to amplify this by a significant amount. Now, we also get to take a look at Orochimaru's perspective with having no arm control at this point, and he has some other ability that makes people's lungs explode, heart explode. I'm not sure, but the man died after he screamed. So he's got other powers. It's not like he's completely helpless and not deadly. I think he's still very much deadly. He's still got capabilities. He just can't do the hand signal stuff, right? To get the kind of powers that he was able to do. Those are gone to him, but he's looking for the healer, and Tsunade is that healer. Now, I found it a little weird from the story perspective that we have Kabuto kind of talking about this legendary, right? But not saying the name. And it seemed very clear right now that Orochimaru was searching for her and knows that it was her. And so they should know each other because the two characters are going to clash. They're going to come together. And then we're going to, I mean, that's an opening, right? That's an opening for two things. An opening to tell us the history of possibly Orochimaru and Tsunade, the shared history underneath the tutelage of the third Hokage. We also get the second piece of that being Naruto still learning the third part of this, mastering this new skill set, and then bringing them together. But see, that might not intersect yet. I think that it's going to be the next episode might be a split of the two, because now they're gonna have to bounce back and forth, because we do have to bring together the Jiraiya and the Tsunade and Naruto. Like all three of those things maybe have to come together, and that becomes our midway point, complication, conflict. I guess it's just I wouldn't have assumed that it would have been Orochimaru. That just feels like a major threat to be put in the middle of what I still feel like is a 20 episode-ish arc that's going to result in an Itachi and Sasuke confrontation. So I'm not surprised that the phase 2 of this, right, the second part of this, is not really going back to Sasuke, because he's not the important part of the setup anymore. Like we have like the piece that, like where they left us with Sasuke being taken away to kind of be trained by Kakashi. Maybe we get that again in the third part. And right now it's just a focus on Naruto kind of leveling up a little bit, like one extra step, learning something more about himself. But in the learning of himself, he learns about his past. Possibly we got a little flashback there of him learning how to focus. So that wasn't his past, he just ignored it, and now he's growing up a little bit and realizing that that was an important lesson you should have learned, like again maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, you know, and you chose not to. And that's what brought you to the place that you're in now. But having said that, like he had that flashback moment where he realized the importance of that past moment, and you know, that he has to maybe respect the lessons more as he goes. And that's a growth opportunity for the character of Naruto as well. But learning the third power, I mean, he's already like, he overdid the second part of that lesson, as Naruto's want to do, because you know, I still feel like thematically it's appropriate to always, like, he's still like a master of chaos, I guess. Like he still, it does represent very much like an uncontrolled power level source, and his ability to find different ways to solve problems has come up in the last couple episodes too, right? He's unconventional, and that's what makes him a deadly force, not just as like having this like this chaotic energy and like, you know, explosive energy that can come out of him, and he could be a risk. Like him having the spirit in him could literally make him a threat if he had villainous intentions, you know. So it's a bit of a risk, like even like training him, because he learns unconventionally, he masters things faster than normal, and they're always way more uncontrolled than they should be, and that still provides us a very long arc journey for the Naruto character, right? Because while he's young and adolescent, he's still learning things. It's very raw, you know, and like it's not that he will do it, but it's raw and it comes out mostly uncontrolled, to be honest. And so his journey still becomes about getting control of that more chaotic deployment of his solutions to problems, right? He doesn't think before he does, you know. That's always been the Naruto trope, whereas Sasuke to me is the opposite of that. He overthinks before he does, but he's like order first, you know. He's control first, and you can throw the chaos at Sasuke, but he's able to navigate that and control it for his benefit. That's kind of what's in my head as a profile, and so I like to see that reinforced in the storytelling as we go when we turn back to Sasuke as a character, because both of these two characters, the dichotomy between them and the way they play, it reinforces both sides. Like it allows us to see the other side, like allows us to see Sasuke better by getting the Naruto moments, and by having the Naruto moments, it helps us see the Sasuke moments, and both of those together give us like the stronger storytelling, right? Because they complement each other by being opposites, the yin and the yang, you know. And so I like to see where that goes. And I guess the next complication is going to be, next episode is going to be the legendaries maybe coming together. Maybe like at the end of the next episode, it's going to be the 5th episode in this phase 2 is what I'm predicting. So I do feel like a big moment has to come at the end of that episode. It has to be the pinnacle moment. There has to be something that really pops off and shows us the increased threat, if you will. That increased threat needs to be something tied to something bigger, right? Because if we reach a midway point, that midway point needs to be some catalyst moment that really shows us that something bigger, like something more dangerous is going to come, and it's going to force Naruto, Jiraiya, possibly Tsunade, like it's going to increase the stakes, and it's going to bring us into the pattern set that I always call the Spider-Man set, right? It's greater power, greater responsibility, and then the greater confidence. That will be the next 5 episodes afterwards, which is like Naruto, I would imagine, has to get control of things. But the end of the next episode needs to be a showcase, if you will. The threat becomes a higher stake, and all the characters that need to be primed and ready for the Act 3, we got to move these pieces into play. And so next episode, end of next episode, I would say, is going to give us a Tsunade connection in with Jiraiya. I'm going to speculate that that's going to happen. I could always talk about this at the beginning of the next episode, so you know what? I'm going to wrap this one up here, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. Don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire, Betty. Peace.